Killed in Action by Isaac Rosenberg, 1890 to 1918. Your youth has fallen from its shelf, and you have fallen, you yourself. They knocked a soldier on the head. I mourn the poet who fell dead. And yet I think it was by chance, by oversight, you died in France. You were so poor an outward man, so small against your spirit's span, that nature, being tired a while, saw but your outward human pile. And nature, who would never let a sun with light still in it set, before you even reached your sky, in inadvertence let you die. Okay, this is a poem by Isaac Rosenberg. Rosenberg came from a family of Lithuanian Jews who fled to Great Britain. Rosenberg was born in Bristol and he was brought up in Stepney. He went to the Slade School of Fine Art, and he was a famous artist as well as a poet. There are pictures of his in the National Portrait Gallery and also in Tate Britain. Now, Rosenberg went to the First World War. He was against this war from the beginning, but he couldn't find a job, and joining the war effort was a way to get work. Now, he joined a regiment called the Bantam Battalion. A bantam is a small chicken, and the Bantam Battalion was for men who were under the height of 5'3". That's fairly short, and he was quite short, and that is perhaps a part of this poem. This poem is about a soldier who was killed, a soldier who died during the war. It mourns his death, and it says that his death was accidental because nature overlooked him. Nature let him be killed inadvertently, by accident. And I think this poem is talking about the fragility of life, how easily life is lost, and how senseless the death of this soldier is, and about perhaps the randomness of death. Your youth has fallen from the shelf, and you have fallen, you yourself. So I think your youth has gone, and you have fallen. You are dead. They knocked a soldier on the head. I mourn the poet who fell dead. So I'm mourning this person. I think he's almost thinking about his own death. He's mourning himself after he has died. His youth has disappeared because of the horrors and the experience of this war, and now a soldier has died, and I think each individual was a poet, was an artist, and this person has gone. And yet I think it was by chance, by oversight, you died in France. So it was just bad luck that you died. It's This is not saying that he died a heroic death. It was just he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. You were so poor an outward man, so small against your spirit span, that nature being tired a while saw but your outward human pile. So you didn't look much. You weren't. There wasn't much of you to look at, and you were small. There were not a great big person, but your spirit. You had spirit, the spirit of any other person. And nature was tired. Nature was tired of looking after people, and only saw this little bloke, this little guy. And I think the next line is very ironic. And nature, who would never let a sun with light still in it set. And he's saying that nature would never let anybody die who still had things to do. And this to me is a very ironic line, because in this war there are thousands or millions of people who have a future, who have future things to do, and their lives have been cut short. And this is it's saying that with an irony, and nature would never let anybody die young, but anybody who still had things to do. But that's clearly not true. Before you even reached your sky, in inadvertence let you die. So before you reached your zenith, your high point, nature by accident let you die. And if nature had known that you were going to do more things in your life, nature wouldn't have let you die, and your death was an accident. But clearly this is all tongue-in-cheek. This poem is asking about the reason for the death of this soldier. It's sadness at his death, and it's asking, why did he die? Was this just an accident of nature being in the wrong place at the wrong time? And clearly it's not. Clearly the soldier's death was caused by the people who started this war, by the commercial interests, by the imperial interests of the different factions that started this war. And this is highlighting, or it's focusing on the injustice that this poor man has been killed in this war, and that it's not a random act of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's something more than that. So, Killed in Action by Isaac Rosenberg.